Everyone, it's Houston, the Meandering Piper, and today's video is a really special one. But this is going to be the video for my 100 sub giveaway. Now, I'll put a little bit of thought into this, and my main focus here is I just want it to be as fun as possible for everybody. So, I came up with a few different things. Gathered up some prizes, and I think everybody will really enjoy this. But before we get to the fun stuff, got my country gentleman, and in it, it'll stay lit, was the tobacco I was smoking, actually, in my very first video, I believe. And that is Cornell and Dill's 3 Friars. This is a pretty good blend, kind of a workhorse blend. It's a nice bright Virginia, got a little bit of burley and just a little bit of Perique in there. No, but the Perique ain't, too spicy. It's, a nice touch. Drink pairing today is some Angry Orchard hard cider. Figure since it's Friday, and this is the 100 sub video, have a little celebration. So, also, before we can get to the fun stuff, we got to go over the rules. I know nobody likes rules, but, we got to do it anyway. Alright, first rule. You must be of legal age to use tobacco in your state or in your country or, wherever you live. Rule number 2. You must be a subscriber. And number 3 would be, well, I'll ship it anywhere in the world. But if there's any, what do they call them, duties, if there's any taxes or fees or anything like that, you'll be responsible for them. I'll pay for the shipping, but, if there's anything like that, you got to pick that up. But anyway, let's get to the fun stuff, shall we? I will be requiring a VR. And in the VR, I want a few things. The first thing would be is I want to see your pipe collection. I know everybody's real proud of their pipe collection, and it don't matter if it's a small collection or a huge collection. I'd like to see it. Tell us about the pipes in your collection. That's the great thing about being in this hobby, is it's always changing. Pipes come, pipes go sometimes. So it'd be really neat to see. Number 2. What's your favorite shape of pipe or style of pipe, and why? Mine would have to be the poker shape and the cherrywood poker shape. But to me it looks, real woodsy, kind of folksy a little bit. And being in a rural community, where I am, it just, it's fitting. That, and I like the fact, you can just set it down on the table and it stays put right there. I don't have to have a little holder or anything like that. I can just set it down and it stays right there. Number 3, I'd like to hear about a pipe that you wish to acquire in the future. It can be a certain brand and shape, or maybe you're looking for a certain rustification or a special stem, or anything like that. Maybe it's a rare collector's piece that you're looking for and you want to acquire. For me, I'd like to acquire a eagle, claw, and egg meerschaum. And I've been shopping around for a while, and I found several that I really like, but I haven't, found the one that, really speaks to me yet. But I've seen some real, beautiful, meerschaums with the eagle claw and the egg, especially the ones that are really detailed. In the claw you can see the scales and the actual claws, and there's lattice work on the egg. I mean, they're just absolutely beautiful. but I would like to acquire, you know, one of those by the end of the year. Next one would be, what's the strangest reaction you've ever got while smoking a pipe? I know most of the time, you know, we usually get good reactions. You know, somebody will come up and say, you know, hey, my father smoked a pipe, or, you know, my grandfather smoked a pipe, or whatever. But I know sometimes we can get, you know, really weird or sometimes negative reactions from it. I think probably the weirdest one I ever got was actually a guy I used to work with, and I don't know what, you know, was his problem, but he seen me sitting there in the truck smoking a pipe, and he goes out of his way to cross the lot, come over there, and beat on the door. Alright, okay, let's see what he wants. Open the door. Hey man, how's it going? Why are you smoking a pipe? Because I enjoy it, I guess. I don't know. He's like, well, are you trying to make yourself look older? No. You know, I was like, you know, I've been smoking a pipe off and on for the last 5 years, you know. I just now, you know, recently, you know, been starting to smoke in public and really smoking full time. And he's like, well, you shouldn't smoke a pipe, you know, it makes you look like you're doing drugs. Alright, sorry dude, you know, have a nice day. Anyway, he walked off, and that was the end of that. And every time I seen him after that, I'd be sitting there smoking a pipe, and I'd see him and just, you know, like that. Really irritated him. But he don't work with us anymore, so kind of a good thing. And the last one, I want at least one shout out to a YTPC member that is under 100 subs. You know, at least one. You can do 1, 2, 3, or however many you want. But I want to hear at least one. But anyway, let's see. Let's recap real quick. We got show us your pipe collection. Tell me about your favorite shape or style of pipe and why. A pipe you wish to acquire. The strangest reaction that you ever got while smoking a pipe. And do a shout out. So, simple enough, right? Sounds fun. Anyway, here's another fun part. The prizes. So, I just kind of picked a few things out of my cellar here. And I'll be adding more to it as I go along here. I think we'll run this for about a month. And I don't know. I'll come up with the exact date. I don't have a calendar or anything here in front of me. So we'll figure up the exact date and we'll do that in the next video. But we'll run it for a month. That way everybody has a chance to get their video in. I know 4th of July and everything is coming up here in a couple weeks. So folks will be busy, you know, doing stuff for that. So, but, you know, we'll get it all worked out. It'll be a lot of fun. But anyway, first prize. And this is a pipe. But I wasn't originally intending to include a pipe in this giveaway. I was just going to, you know, do a few tins of tobacco. I was like, you know what? I really want to, you know, include a pipe or two. So I went down to my local tobacconist there, and I picked up a General. Yes. This has got to be probably one of my favorite corncob pipes of all time, is the Missouri Meerschaum General. And I believe these are filtered. I don't know. I haven't opened it up here to take a look. Yeah, it's filtered, but I'll leave that alone, and whoever wins can do with that whatever they wish. But you can see it's brand new, you know, unsmoked. But yeah, all-time favorite cob, and I want to, you know, somebody else to enjoy one as well. So we got that there. Let's see here. I'll be picking up some of this fresh for the winter here, probably next payday. But I got something to show you now. This is my personal stash here, and that is it Galwith and Hogarth and Company? Oh no, it's Brown Bogey. You know, a real nice rope or a real nice twist tobacco. And see this here. This is a Virginia and Darkfire Kentucky blend. I also think there's some regular burley in there, but I'm not too sure about that. You know, it's mainly Virginia and Darkfired, but the stuff is just amazing. You know, this is probably one of my favorite nighttime tobaccos, along with Warhorse, but this one's really, really good. It does take some preparation. I usually cut it in the real thin coins and rub it out a little bit, and then let it dry for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then rub it some more, you know, get it nice and crumpled and broke apart there. And if it still needs it, you know, I'll let it dry a little bit longer, or sometimes, you know, if it's ready, I'll just stuff it into my pipe there. But it is a really stout tobacco. It's real nicotine heavy. You know, I like to smoke it in that little Mario Armelani, or that little Dublin I got, as it's got a smaller bowl on it. But it's a really good tobacco. Another tobacco I'm going to include, and this is just to kind of make it a little more personal here, is some of my long haul blend. You can kind of see it in the bag there. But I'll include 2 ounces of this and get a nice look at it here. I'll include 2 ounces of that. Let me get this closed up here. Also have, and this is from my cellar, some McClellan's 2020 matured cake. This is a really nice tobacco, very, you know, Virginia. Got some Orientals in there, and of course a little bit of Latakia, if you like that. And just the smell of this stuff is just amazing. I mean, you can smell it whenever the bag ain't open. It's great. But I got 2 ounces of that. Then also from the cellar, some Dunhill Dark Flake, tasty tobacco. And this one, a little bit of Squadron Leader Special Edition. And there's actually a funny story of how I acquired this. I missed the drop. I got the email and couldn't get through. I was out at a farm and, you know, didn't have the money to order it anyway, and I was hoping, you know, that I'd be able to get some. But I ended up missing it. They sold out in like an hour. So anyway, I was at my tobacco shop that following Tuesday, and had 5 tins up on the shelf. And I didn't believe it at first. I thought he was just pulling our leg. Anyway, went over there, picked up a tin. Sure enough, it was full. I asked him about it, and it turns out he ordered like 10 tins for himself, and then put 5 of them out on the store shelf there. I was like, alright, well, I'll come back tomorrow, you know, whenever I get paid. So I came back, and somebody had bought 1 tin, and I had half of mine to buy the remaining 4 right then and there. But I didn't. I figured, like, well, maybe somebody's in the same boat I am, you know, missed the drop, and I didn't want to, you know, take away an opportunity for them to get some. So I just went ahead and bought 2 tins and told myself, you know, if I come back next Wednesday when I get paid again, I'll go ahead and pick up the last 2 tins. So anyway, week went by. This past Wednesday, I went back to the store, and sure enough, he still had both of those tins of it sitting there. I was like, I can't believe this. You know, I figured those would have been long gone by now. But I was like, well, you know, I went ahead and picked the last 2 tins up. But I got 2 in my cellar. One of them just left earlier this morning for a trade that I had worked out. And then the last one here is going to be part of this GAW. But anyway, like I said, I do plan to add just a little bit more, you know, to it as I go along. Little tidbits, you know, maybe some pipe cleaners or something like that. Just little things. you know, no, there'll be a few surprises in there for whoever wins. But yeah, I think that's all I got for this one. But anyway, hope y'all enjoy. I will leave this whenever you do the VR, just leave a link to it in the comments below on this video. That way I can find it. You know, I don't want anybody to get left out, so just leave the comments or a link to your video in the comments. That way I can, you know, find it pretty easy. But anyway, y'all, hope y'all enjoy, and hope y'all have a lot of fun, and we will talk at y'all later. Have a good weekend.